Okay, we're back. It's SummerSlam. It's lead up to SummerSlam, and we'll see where we can get after that. All right, it's July 15th. Cruiserweight Title match. Spike Dudley versus Scotty to Hotty in a rematch. Spike goes over because we're still building up Spike. We have a lot of damage to get through. WWE Tag Team Titles. The Dudley Boys versus Paul London and Billy Kidman. Paul London wins. He goes over. Undertaker versus Luther Reigns. This is just a match that Kurt puts together, his bodyguard, and that wants to get out there and wrestle, so we put him over. US title, JBL versus Hardcore Holly. Did I have JBL go over, did I? Yeah. Yeah, JBL just clothesline from hell on Hardcore. He goes over. WWE title match. Yeah, just a little bit shorter sort of stuff here. Steel cage, Eddie Guerrero gets his rematch. He wants the belt back. He's finally worked his way up to getting this opportunity. And Kurt interferes as El Gran Luchador to go and interrupt the title match. Booker T walks away with the title. I would have it be a match where the door is unlocked. It's not chained shut, so they can just walk out and that. So he just goes in, beats the hell out of Eddie, and yeah, he has to climb over, and that's still how he gets revealed and everything. And then yeah, we go into SummerSlam after this. So the weeks leading up to this, okay, so we have Hardcore Holly teaming up with Paul London and Billy Kidman to take on all the Dudleys. Basically, why this comes about is because Paul London and Billy Kidman both have gotten Cruiserweight title shots. They both have been cost by the Dudleys interfering. Spike sort of done that, so he's still holding on to that Cruiserweight belt. But the Dudleys, they haven't been able to win the tag team titles or get a rematch. So Paul London and Billy Kidman, they feel they need someone who can understand the Dudleys, so they go to Hardcore, and he reluctantly agrees to team up with them. That's what leads up to this match. Yeah. Then we go in a 4-way elimination rules match. JBL with Orlando Jordon versus John Cena versus Billy Gunn versus Rene Dupree. Cena pins Dupree. JBL pins Billy Gunn. JBL beats Cena after a distraction from Orlando Jordon. That's what happens there. So essentially, you saw what happened there. You can. Basically, Cena wants a rematch, but so did Billy, and so did Rene Dupree. They've sort of worked their way back up. They've had their little thing going on the side, and yeah, that's what leads up to that. And these are just the SmackDown matches. I haven't touched Raw, so yeah. Eddie Guerrero versus Kurt Angle. Now, after that whole thing, we essentially do go into the same sort of thing that Kurt and Eddie did do at the build up to this match. So we may take it up a few notches, a little bit more serious. Wouldn't have that, but basically you can play with Eddie's stuff a little bit. So yeah, Booker T versus the Undertaker. Now I don't have the Ministry come back to put over this thing. Essentially, what I would do to get this over is Booker has sort of been running his mouth. So he's the king of SmackDown now. He left Raw, and now look at him. He's on top of the world. He said he thought being on SmackDown would be the bane of his existence, and he's just said, look at me, I'm the champion. What is anyone going to be able to do to me now? I'm on top of the world, and I have beaten Eddie Guerrero, and I'm untouchable. There is nobody out there that can take me on. And then, of course, Undertaker's music hits, and he comes out and he says, you and me at SummerSlam, boy. Oh, we wouldn't have him say boy. You and me at SummerSlam, and I'm going to prove to you that I am the Lord of Darkness, and then you will rest in peace. And then he does all that spooky sort of stuff to get... Oh, sorry about that blurry screen there. Why does that? So, we do all that. We got time. We can probably go as far as No Mercy here. In that match, Booker T goes over. We don't have to have a limo or anything in there or anything, but Booker T goes on to, and wins, but it's done in such a way that Booker T beats him, but it's cheating. He low blows, does something to do that. So yeah. SmackDown, September 9th. We kick things off with a tables match for the WWE Tag Team Titles. Paul London and Billy Kidman versus the Dudley Boys. Bubba Ray puts London through a table, and they that's how they win. They go over. Cruiserweight Title, Spike Dudley versus Akio. For those of you who don't know, I'm pretty sure that was Jimmy Yang, another one of his personas, but Spike goes over there. Eddie got a six-man tag, Rene Dupree teaming up with Luther Reigns and Kurt Angle versus Rob Van Dam, Rey Mysterio, and Eddie Guerrero. Eddie pins Dupree. Dupree has sort of become the designated job guy, but I need someone to do that. And this sort of becomes the new... I know how people thought that Mark Jindrak was a part of the team Angle, but I think putting Dupree in there might help a bit more, and that plus we don't have Kenzo sort of taking up things. Not that we're gonna do some stuff with Kenzo down the line too. US title, JBL versus John Cena. Cena goes over. Cena finally gets the belt back. He's like, yes, holds it up. Yes, I am the champion. And I don't think I could do the 5 matches series between him and JBL, but I've probably done close to that here. But he's done that. And then we have a casket match for the WWE title, Booker T versus Undertaker. So yeah, we do that, and what happens here is the build-up to this is like, well, Taker wants a rematch, and he wants it on his own terms, and the new general manager, Theodore Long, agrees to it because he's babyface. So, and plus having a babyface general manager, I think, works in contrast to the heel general manager that WWE was having at the time. So we can have Teddy Long sort of go put this over and say, look, Taker's sent me some note and it was in an urn or something. He wants you in a rematch, in a casket match, and I'm going to give it to him. And essentially, Booker, we can do a thing where it's sort of scary to him and all that. And 2 guys from Texas, so we can do this in a million different ways. But that's how I would do it, is simple, straight to the point. Booker T can put this over. He he'll make fun of the Undertaker, saying, "Well, look, I already beat him at SummerSlam. Why do I have to face him again?" But secretly, you can see that he is terrified. We can have Taker sort of doing scary things to him. He's appearing in mirrors and all that sort of thing. We can do stuff like that. It's really do that, and I might even have it rain blood in the ring at the end of one of the shows. Like the show before this, I'd have it rain blood. So yeah, and have Taker say at the next week it will be real blood or something like that. That might be a cool way of doing it. But yeah, and then he pops out of the casket and does all sorts of things. But for this match, we just put it over that Booker T wins, but it's due to interference by the Big Show. Like, he's essentially out. Taker's pushing him in the thing. Big Show sort of comes through the ring, Undertaker style, and then he comes in, chokeslams him, throws him into the casket. 1, 2, 3. That's it for that show. I'll quickly try and get through this. I think no, we're not going to be able to get through this. So we're going to leave it there. We'll be back for No Mercy. Okay, guys, so